We're going to first start off with a profile of people. Again, this is an individual profile, and what you're listening for are elements that your heart may go out to. And you may use a different vernacular than I would. And so you may hear a word that I use. You write down the word that you would use that would make sense to you. Okay? And then if I use a word you're not sure what I mean by that, ask me. Because I don't mean any of it to be negative, I just mean it to be informational. But we're going to start with an individual, and then we're going to talk about what kind of commitment level that would be. And so you've heard us talk a lot about VIM. Remember what VIM is? Very good. Vision, intention, means. And so when we first talk about this first group, when it comes to vision, a with God life, that they are invited in, the gospel is a reality, that they are invited into life with God now and forever, those things. For them, it's just a big question mark. What? I mean, they don't understand it. Maybe they don't buy in. I hear you, but I've never needed that. I don't know if it's necessary. Well, if you don't have the vision, then the rest of the VIM really just becomes, they're not going to make there's no intentionality when there's no vision. There's no means, there's nothing we're going to do if there's no vision. It's just, they're saying, I hear him talking and I hear what's being said, but it sounds a lot kind of like the teacher on the Peanuts. Doesn't mean anything. And so when you think about some individuals in your group, they may say, I don't understand it, I don't believe it's possible, or maybe that sounds good for everybody else, but not for me. They don't think they qualify, maybe. We have a lot of people that really believe that at some level the promises of God are for everyone else. Now, can you think of some people in your group life or in your circle that kind of think that I believe all that's out there, but not for me? I mean, look how bad my life's been. Well, why are we going to try to think to them about other things if they don't even believe the promises of God to start with, about them? I mean, we got to know the starting spot for them. And so we begin to look at what are some characteristics. If this is where they are, what are some characteristics that we would see in an individual like that? I'll start off and talk about their overall commitment. That word commitment there. Overall, I would say overall they would be uncommitted. Meaning, how does uncommitted look like? It looks like when it comes to attendance, they're uncommitted. When it comes to attendance, you can't count on them being there. Absent, I'd say more than present, often. We're talking about that 20% attendance kind of issue. When it comes to assignments outside of group time, we talk about assignments. Read, study, talk. I'm not interested in that. I didn't come for that. Come for all that? Just hear what my needs are. Tell me something good. I didn't come for all that. How about transparency? Transparency. No way. Transparent, pray real, honest prayers like Dennis and I have talked about. They're going, I can be real with, I only attend once every 6 months, once every month. I'm not going to share, I'll pray about my cousin Jimmy's job. And that's real. That's as real as I can be right now. I can't be transparent. If I let you know who I really am, you're not going to like me. God doesn't even really like me that much. I've got y'all fooled. How are we going to go forward? I don't come often. I'm not interested in changing. I'm not interested in being transparent. Let's talk about relationships. What kind of relationship do you think when they come? What's their orientation when it comes to relationships?
Shallow.
Pretty shallow. I would say it like this. They're very me-oriented. You know any people in your group that's very me, I need, I want. What about Bob? You ever seen What About Bob? If you haven't seen What About Bob, it's a theologian, it's a theology classic with Bill Murray. What About Bob? And that's the whole process. It's just me-oriented. And they'll talk to you about their needs, their wants, their desires. But when other people talk about their stuff, they're interrupting. Nobody cares. This must be a loving place, and you don't care. You want to do that reading stuff. I don't want curriculum. I don't want reading. I want me. You see the tension? It's a stage they're in. It doesn't make them a bad person. It's where they are. Where's our heart in that? Role recognition in the experiencing God, in experiencing God. Their role recognition in experiencing God. So let me see how. Role in God experience. It's very passive. And they say, I have no role. And they come up and say, do it to me, God. Do it to me, group leader. I need, fill me. Make it happen. I didn't feel anything in church today. No one cares. They don't see their role. They see themselves as so insignificant. God doesn't want them. You wouldn't want them if you really knew them. Therefore, what role do they play in this? I think God's a great God. Yeah, but not me. And so they're going to be very passive in their role. They kind of want God to, bam, do his stuff. And so you get back and you look about their desire for learning. Desire to learn. Well, if you don't believe you have a role to play, what do you think happens to your desire to learn? What are we learning for? It's all God anyway. I don't need to learn nothing. Non-existent. And so right at this point, we're talking about their characteristics are, I'm not real committed to coming. If I do come, when I get here, I want y'all to care about me. I want you to hear my needs and my wants. I want you to hear. I don't want don't need to give me any assignments. Don't talk about that reading stuff. Just hear me. Hear my heart. Hear who I am. Care. So what are they looking for? What do they desire? I'm going to put that over here in its own little category. What do they desire? What do you think the one thing they desire? Everybody. I think this is pretty generic. To belong. You think we have people in our groups that they don't understand the vision of the church or what God's calling us to? But community church is the only place to accept them. I don't know what it's about this place, but I feel God's presence. No one judges me. They don't kick me out. I want to belong somewhere. I had someone tell me one time when I first came back to Orange 10 years ago, oh, you work in community church? Yeah, they let anybody go there. I said, yeah, they'll hire anybody too. But I mean, there are a lot of people that come just wanting a place to belong. What else do you think is just in the human heart? What else do they want to belong? How about, you think they want to be loved?
You want to feel safe?
Feel safe? You know what I think people that are very me-oriented really want? They're looking for a base need. We all have it. They want to be valued, to belong, to be loved, to be safe, to be valued. And that's all they're led by, their desire. And that's what's coming out. I want to be important. I want to be somebody. I want to be valued. I want to be loved. I want to belong. And that's what they're going to bring. That's all they can bring. Now, we can look at them like they're broken, or we can just recognize, you know what? I have a heart for that. Now, when Mary Beth and I were leading a small group on a Sunday night, whenever we changed from Sunday nights there for a year, we did Sunday night small groups. I had a group leader. And every week I said, look, we're doing this for a season, then you're going out in your ministry, you're leading groups, and you're going to be doing this again. I had a couple that say, I like all this for me, but my heart beats for these kind of people. This is who he and his wife said, this is what I love. I love meeting people there. They're not going to do the homework. They're never going to do the homework. They don't believe that the homework's going to make any difference to them. Reading the Bible's not going to change them. They got real needs. Praying's not going to change them. Silence and solitude's not going to change them. They have no intention of doing any of that. They don't believe that message. But they want to belong, to be loved. And he says, I love those people. I want to show them that someone cares. They belong. And that's where his heart beats to stay. It's a good place. Now, if I was going to, right now, I would say as a group, this is a very low commitment. It's a low commitment group. It's low commitment on the part of the individuals in the group. They're bringing very low commitment. Now, if that profile holds up, what do you think happens to a group that has 2 of those, 3 of those, 5 of those? And then they're also trying to do the other stuff. Do you think that group leader's frustrated? Come on, Pastor, you're asking me one thing, and they're wanting a completely different thing. And someone said, but I love these people. And others are going, I can't stand being around these people. They're driving me nuts. Well, guess what? If I keep sending these people to you, you're thinking, Pastor's trying to get rid of me. He's trying to kill me. Why don't you just put a gun in my head and say, leave? Well, we need to understand what we're doing. Now, if you tell me, I love these kind of people, then I know where to send them. We've got them. But if you tell me, man, I want a different kind of people, this is what my heart beats for, we got to realize, where's your heart in it? Where's your heart in it? How does it look?